Hey guys, this is Mr. Weckister. We're doing 3-3 today, Systems of Inequalities. And if you did 3-2, which you guys all should have done, you should realize that system of equations, all it is two lines coming together that we learned, right? And you found the solution is right here. That's the solution. Well, the biggest difference between that and inequalities is that we're going to have less than and greater than. So if you have two lines like this and it is greater than both the lines, you're going to shade in right here and all that will be the answer, right? And it could be, remember, the dotted line is less than or greater than, and a solid line, right, is less than equal to and greater than equal to. Or it could just be x equals 3, right? Or y equals 3, and it could just be a solid straight line. So let's look at these and go through vocabulary. This will help explain it all for you. Number one, the Florida football team needs, right? And these are just words that you need to know. We have the word minimum, greater than or equal to, at least, and at most. And these are a little difficult. So the Florida football team needs at least 2 more wins to clinch the division title. Here's the word at least. So we did that word. The blank speed of a car may travel on the Florida freeway is 40 miles per hour. And that's the minimum. Most highways have a minimum of 40 miles per hour. I'm not sure if you guys know that because you're just new drivers, but that's what the minimum speedway on most highways is 40. Number 3, if you have $45 and sweaters sell for $20 each, you can buy blank 2 sweaters. And it says at most, right? Because 20 times 2 is 40, right? 2 sweaters equals $40. That's as most you can buy with $45. Number 4 has to be greater than or equal to. The height of a rider must be greater than or equal to 42 inches in order to ride the Summit Plummet. And this sounds like a roller coaster, right? And you've all been to roller coaster parks. And you have to be a certain height to ride rides or go down water park rides and all that. Greater than or equal to. There we go. Vocabulary builder. Next part. Inequality. What is inequality? It's a great, great definition here. And this is the ones I wrote above. You have less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to, and the word not equal. This means not equal. Right? We're going to study everything here today, but we're not going to use the equal sign. So we won't be using that when we graph today. An inequality is a mathematical statement indicating that one quantity is less than or less than equal to a second inequality. So, I don't know why it says less than or equal. It could be greater than too. Kind of confused by the definition. Make sure you know it can be greater than, equal to, or greater than too. Number 5, use your vocabulary. Place a check next to the math statements that are inequalities. Place an X next to the math statements that are not inequalities. So this one is a check, inequality because it has that. Check because it has that. Check because it has that. Here's an equal sign, so this is going to be an X. Pretty simple right there. Complete each inequality with a less than, greater than, less than equal to, or greater than equal to. So this part is going to be y is less than 6. So 6, right, is greater than y. All they did was we flip these around. They're just flipped. 7, b is greater than 10. So 10 is less than equal to b. R is less than equal to s plus 10. A lot of letters here, so I need to box them out so I can understand this. So s plus t, right, is greater than equal to r. All right, number 9, write an inequality symbol to represent each verbal expression. P is at most 10. So P is going to be less than or equal to 10, at most. That's a tough one, the word at most. So it has to be less than. U is greater than M. So U is greater than M. Z is at least 9. So at least. So it's actually Z is greater than or equal to 9. It's at least. Problem 1. Solving a system by using a table. Just like we did the other ones with systems and equations, we're going to solve by using a table. So here's our two graphs right here, our two lines, and you're going to use a table to solve these. But like I said before, once we learn how to do this, I go over it, I'm going to let you guys use Desmos because we're not at the mastery level. We're just introducing this topic, and I want you to be able to solve this. Circle the inequality that has a finite number of whole number solutions. And here's a finite number of whole solutions. We're going to do 3x plus 7y equals 21. The other one, x plus y is greater than 4, does not have a finite number of whole solutions. So here we go. We're going to put these numbers in. When we do tables, we've always done the numbers, remember, -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Well, they did a big table here, and we're never going to do this many when we ever do a table in our class. We're going to fill it in just for giggles. Fill those suckers in, and when you plug them in, you're going to get answers like this. So we're just going to give you the answers, and you're just going to continue on your merry way here. 4 will be 0, 1. 5 will be 0. 6 will be 0. And 7 will be 0. The key to this compared to other equation is, when we did just your equations, we did tables, is there's going to be multiple answers here. We're going to have multiple. We're going to have multiple y's, right? Because it's less than or greater than. So you have multiple. A lot of times they're going to be multiple. So there's no multiple of 5, 6, and 7. We're going to find out why. Write the ordered pairs of values from the table that satisfy the inequalities. So here's ones that satisfy it. 5, 0, 6, 0, and 7, 0. And we're not going to use the table, so I went through that very quickly. Now we're talking about solving a system of inequalities by graphing. And this is one you're going to use a lot when we do Desmos. And I want you using this all the time. This is the preferred method for you guys. Sorry about that. You're going to use Desmos. And I want you doing that because that's a real life situation where you're going to solve. Okay, so here we go. X plus 2y is less than 4, and y is greater than -x minus y. So circle the equivalent system that shows equations slope-intercept form. So to put it in slope-intercept form, this one's already in that form. This one is not up here. So you got to minus the x and divide by 2. So when you minus the x, you get 2y is less than 4 minus x divided by 2. You get y is less than -1/2 x plus 2. And this is right here. That's the one right there. So, because this one is the same as this one, and we just solved this one for that. I have a fraction in the worksheet has a decimal. Circle the graph of the solution of the system. And here we go. This is the first time you're going to see an actual graph. Number 14, it's going to be this guy right here. And when you use Desmos, actually, this is really cool. You'll see the colors come to life. All the colors will come to life. And it's going to be all of this right here is going to be shaded. If you did this yourself, you would shade all this right there. And next one, using a system of inequalities, problem 3. A pizza parlor charges $1 for vegetable topping and $2 for each meat topping. You want at least 5 toppings on your pizza. You have $10 to spend. All right, we're going to stop right there today, guys.